Top of the mat. Find our foundation. So picking up all 10 toes. And again, this is so important to the health of your brain and your feet because they have to talk to each other. Spread the toes wide as you can. And then drop them down, maybe the pinky toe slowly to the rest of the toes. Leave the big toe up for a moment. Just notice if that's hard or easy for you. There's a whole lesson we've had before on the importance of being able to move your toes. Big toe is up, and then slowly lower it down. As you press into the feet, engage the quads, so the knees raise. Tuck in the glutes so that the pelvis, the tailbone drops down towards the heels. We take a moment to engage the whole pelvic floor, in and up. And then from the navel up, we soften. We bring our hands to heart. We soften the shoulders, close down the eyes, soften the face. And just allow yourself here to arrive to your practice. So there's nothing to do right now, but be here. Take a moment to feel into your foundation, into the feet, a subtle movement from the heels to the balls of the feet. Subtle. Whereas if I was looking at you, I wouldn't even notice, but inside yourself, you can feel this movement. Take it right to left, the blade edge of the foot to the inner arch. Front to back, side to side. And then arrive in your true center, gentle bend in the knees. Taking a full breath in, a slow breath out. And maybe you leave the eyes closed for the initial movement with breath. So on the inhale, take the prayer hands above the head, stretch it nice and long overhead, and slowly arms come out to the side and down, and we return to prayer. So 4 more like that, just with breath, inhaling, we stretch up. Exhaling, we slowly draw the arms down and back into prayer. 3 more on your own. Full breaths here. Meaning back in our prayer Tadasana. On the next inhale, lift the arms overhead, separate the hands, reach through the fingertips. We're going to take a little side stretch here. So the right hand's going to reach for the left wrist. We're going to pull the left arm up towards the ceiling first. And then we're going to just take a lateral bend to the right. So nice and easy. It's early. Feel into the side body. Breathe into the side ribs. Don't let the chest collapse. Send the elbow back behind you. Take 3 full rounds of breath here. On your next inhale, release the wrist, bring the arms back up, reach up, fingers from the hip bones here. And then we'll move, left wrist grabs the right and take it over to the left. So again, elbows back, rotate the heart open, breathe into the ribs. Make some space there. One more inhale and exhale. And then slowly bring yourself right back up. Stretch up one more time. We're going to take it again, the other side. So the right hand reaches for the left wrist. We take it to the side. Now here we're going to deepen it. So stretch that left arm out on a diagonal. Maybe rotate your head down to look at the floor. Maybe rotate your chin up to look at the ceiling. Let's find some movement here in the neck. Then release the wrist and we're going to cup elbows. So as your hands cup the elbows, tuck your head back into that little box you created, bicep maybe by the ear. Let the weight of the arms deepen the stretch. Big breath into the rib basket. Keeping those elbows back so the chest is nice and lifted. Take another breath here. And inhale, we'll bring it all back up. Stretch the arms up. Left hand, right wrist. Send that right arm up. Take it over. Again, rotating the chest. And then maybe here, just move through the neck a little bit. Maybe you gaze down to the floor, or you rotate that chin up, gaze at the ceiling, moving back and forth. And then we'll release that wrist and cup elbows here. Tuck the head back. Then let the weight of the elbows deepen your stretch. 3 big breaths. And then rise back up. Arms extend up. Arms float down. And behind you, interlace. And as you interlace, send the fist away from the body. So down and away to open up the front of the chest and the tips of the shoulders. Taking a full deep breath in here. We're going to take a fold. So begin to bend the knees. Take this slow here. Head and shoulders stay back, but the belly begins to come down onto the thighs. Then we drop the shoulders and the head, and we send that fist up to the ceiling, and then we allow it to float overhead. And you're here for 3 breaths. So what can you let go of here? Deep breath in. Let those shoulders open. Those hands can move even further overhead here. Just open up the shoulders. And then press into your feet and bend your knees and come right back up nice and slow to stand. Send the fist away from you. And again, if fists aren't available, you can always reach for the forearms. Change the grip here now. The other thumb on top. Again, send the fist down and away. Open the shoulders, maybe gaze up. And then we're going to fold again. Bend through the knees, draw the belly in. Let the ribs find the thighs, then the shoulders, then the arms reach towards the ceiling, and we let them fall. Open up those shoulders. And then nice and easy, release the clasp and just let the arms come down to the mat. So the arms dangle down. Again, the knees are bent. We want to find some nice traction through the spine, the tailbone, through the crown of the head. Just let yourself fold forward. Take a full breath. Let it go slow. Releasing those shoulders. Drawing the belly in so we get a little more length in the back of the spine. Totally supported here. One more breath. And then press into the feet and bend your knees and roll like a rag doll. all the way back up to stand. Let those shoulders come up to the ears, then roll the shoulder blades down the back, standing Tadasana. Take a full breath, palms face forward, close down the eyes. Friday flow, set an intention. What do you need to receive? Your palms are open to receive. What is it you need to receive today? Full breath. And then we'll flow 5 half sun sounds. So as you're ready, inhale, we'll reach those arms up. And on your exhale, you choose, you swan dive or bring the prayer through heart center to fold. As you fold, let out all your breath. So as you half lift, you're ready for a big inhale. Belly's in, shoulder tips are back. And then we fold. Let the crown fall. Press into the feet, bend the knees. Bring yourself right back up. Reach out, reach up. Take that standing back bend if it feels good in your spine. And then flow again, forward fold. And half lift. And fold. And then bring yourself up, reach out, reach up, gather everything, and refold. And we'll take 2 more on your own, moving with breath. Meeting in prayer Tadasana. Closing the eyes, softening the shoulders. On your next inhale, we'll move into Warrior One and Humble Warrior. So as you're ready, again, feel into your foundation, slight bend in the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take a forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, you fold. Plant the hands. So right foot's gonna step back to a 45. So kind of pointing like at 2 o'clock on the clock. And then take a bend into that front knee. So it's right over the ankle. Press into your feet. Lift yourself up. Arms extend to the ceiling. Warrior One. So find a little buoyancy. Weight equally into both feet. Full deep breath as you extend those fingers up. And then again, we'll take that clasp behind the back. So either holding on to your forearms or taking the fist, open the chest again. And then as you exhale, the shoulder is going to come down inside the knee. Send the fist up towards the ceiling and drop the crown of the head down. We humble our warrior. Keep the bend in the front leg. Keep the weight in the back foot. Keep the breath flowing. Big breath. One more inhale. Send that fist way up to the ceiling. Open up those shoulders. And then pressing into the feet. Use the power of your legs. Release the clasp. Return. Warrior One. Sink it down. Circle the hands down and around to frame the front foot. Step it forward to a fold. And to your half lift. And to a fold. Let it go. Second side. Left foot steps back. The foot angles to maybe 10 o'clock. Bend into that right knee so it stacks right over the ankle. As you're ready, we're going to press into the feet. Use the power of your legs here. Lift it up. Warrior one. Take the deep breath. Find the extension. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Gently drop the arms. Take that awkward clasp now. Other thumb on top. Send the fist away from you as you interlace behind the back. And when you're ready for the exhale, humble your warrior. Bring that shoulder down towards the right knee. Send your clasp up towards the ceiling and the crown down towards your mat. Take a full breath here. Draw the belly in and settle. Let those arms float overhead. Draw in your core. 2 full rounds of breath. And gently releasing the clasp, press into your feet. Use the power there in your hips. Return, warrior one. Settle in here. And then circle the hands down. Frame the front foot. Step it back. Plank pose. Find your plank. Fingers wide. Elbows, wrists, shoulders stack. Draw the belly in. Send the hips back. Lift the heart. Draw in your core. 2 breaths here. And then you're going to press into your palms. Lift the hips high. This is where I'm going to slide on this rug, finding downward facing dog. So we press into the palms and we press those palms towards the top of the mat, allowing the chest to come closer to the thighs. You can keep the knees bent. You can pedal this out. Take what you need. Remember, let the head fall. If I were to tell you to gaze between to see your heels, let that head fall down. No need to hold through the neck. And on your next breath, pause in your dog. Draw the feet together at center. Heels don't have to touch. Take a breath and lift the right leg up. Press through the heel. Take a breath. And then bend into that top knee. Draw that knee across the body. Core plank to touch or go toward the left shoulder. And then press back, 3-legged dog. Bring it forward, knees to nose, core plank, and press it back. And then the last one, knee comes over to the right, pause there. Then drop the shin down, slide the left leg, come into your pigeon pose. Always the opportunity to do this on your back. So if this does not feel right, flip over or even take the seated pigeon figure 4. Press into the palms, lift the chest. So again, all this length from the pubis bone to the sternum. Big breath. And then maybe forearms. Come to rest on the forearms. Or perhaps stacking your fist. But just make sure you're not rolling over onto that hip. Keep the hips nice and level. Back leg straight. Chest is lifted. 3 breaths. So we worked the quads a little bit yesterday. Your choice. Stay right here or bend that back knee. Bring the heel in close to the glute. Maybe reach around to draw it in even closer. Relax where you can relax, right? Easy breath. 2 more. If you have the foot, release that left leg long 1 more time. If you're resting on your forearms or your head on your fists, release that, bring your hands back and plant the palms. And as you plant the palms, press into the feet and return to 3-legged dog. Stretch it out. And then both feet come together, downward facing dog. Big breath. Left side, left leg rises. Bend the knee. Take the knee across the body towards that right elbow. Inhale fully, sends it back. Get long, 3-legged dog. Knee to nose. Bring it forward, core plank. Inhale, sends it back. 3-legged dog. And then finally, left knee, left shoulder, left elbow. Pause. Then drop the shin. Coming into pigeon, slide the right leg back. Level out the hips. Press into the palms. Open up the chest. Feel all the length in the front of the body. And then either forearms or stacking fists. Rest the head. Hips are level. 3 breaths. And if you did so on the other side, or if it would feel good, bend into that back leg and draw the heel in close to the glute. A little bit of a quad stretch there as well. Maybe the hand goes back for the foot. Again, it's not necessary. Pigeon is a pose all on its own to open up the hips. So it's only if it feels good in your body to get that quad stretch. A little bit of a different stretch here. Full deep breath in and a slow breath out. If you have the ankle or the foot raised, re-extend the right leg. Lifting the head up, planting your palms, press into the palms. Take that left leg up, 3-legged dog. And then left foot meets the right. Take a moment, walk your dog out 1 more time. My dogs now, I hear them, they're gonna wanna walk themselves. So take a moment, draw in your breath, press through your arms, open up your chest, send the tailbone up high and back. And then gently release the knees to the mat. Child's pose, knees together, untuck the toes, sink the heels back, hips back towards the heels. Arms beside the body, palms up. Rest the head, the third eye center on your mat or block. Let the shoulders here relax and round in. With the breath contained into the back body now, because we're pressing the front body into the thighs. Breathe into the back ribs. Breathe into the back of the lungs. Breathe into the space you're creating between the shoulder blades. And this is where I'll leave you. So spend a few minutes here, just with your breath. Let the spine feel nice and long, the shoulders relaxed, face, the jaw, even the tongue, all relaxed. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll look for you on Monday. Namaste.